Okay, I just realized I had a few more pages and I haven't shared them all on the video. So this is the spring seed starting. I just kind of made up dates because I didn't really do this when I was doing my seed starting. But so March 15th, I would have started Sun Gold tomatoes, and this is an abbreviation for the vendor. I use different seed suppliers. So I just have some notes. If I liked someone or didn't, then later in the year I can kind of make a note of that. April 12th, Bright Lights Swiss chard, but I didn't mark a vendor. So 415, Red Ace is a variety of beets. Kyogi is another variety, so I would do transplants. And then also I would direct seed, meaning these I would start indoors in little containers in April. But then when I go out to plant in May or whenever I do it, I would add these transplants, but I would also add the seeds directly. And then again, I have the abbreviation. May 10th, I would start indoors some Space Master cucumbers from Baker Creek. So like that. The more I do this, the more ideas that are popping into my head. It's kind of crazy. So late summer seed starting. So I'll be starting this soon because I also do a fall garden. So that's why I don't have any dates yet, but these are the varieties I do want to start. So this is super helpful. Just as I think of things, I'll do that. And then when I do the starting, I'll add the date. So Swiss chard, Chinese cabbage, Hakurei turnips, carrots, I'll direct seed, so I won't start them indoors. Spinach, bok choy lettuce, cosmos, kale, Salanova lettuce, and spinach. And then when I do the starting, I can note down the vendors. So this is just like soil care. So there are different options for it. Over time, I'll come up with more options, but for now, one is cover cropping, one is composting. So these are different cover crops I can plant when I'm closing down the garden or just for additional, just proper care, good care. And then when I'm removing plants, I would just cut them off at soil level and leave the roots there, unless the roots are like something I would be eating, like carrots. But say I have a tomato plant I'm pulling out, I would leave the roots in. I just cut it down at soil level and let the roots decompose over the fall and winter. And then when I come in back in the spring, I would just either the roots have fully decomposed, and that's the ideal situation, or I would just plant a little bit around those roots. If something is really huge and in my way, I'll pull it out, but otherwise I'll just leave it in for now and make that decision in the spring. And then the other option is add compost, and I can do all three. I should actually be doing a little bit of all three. It's not like one or the other. Sorry if this is too much detail, but so this would be the date. I have been doing some already, like 7-1, I planted some buckwheat, and then my notes are I was testing it on in a large planter on the patio. 727, add some blended compost, 2-inch layer in all the raised beds. This would be something probably like, October 1st, end of September. I'll add some fall leaves that have been raked up from the trees, and I'll add that in. All right, so harvest notes, just kind of like what I've been harvesting, just some notes on what I can remember right now. So this is the date. Rover radish was prolific. Will I repeat it? Yes. 620 colored greens was very prolific, and I'm still harvesting, so I would do it again. So these are just like some general notes. These are beans, some garlic. I'll be planting this in October. Calendula I planted too late, so next year I want to plant that earlier. Some carrots. I'm really happy with the carrots, so yes, going to do that again. And then I left another page for that. So this is something I want to keep track of every year. Past some observations, like the dates they show up, because that'll be useful for year to year. I can keep an eye on that ahead of time. And then like, what did I do to deal with it? So that is that. So yeah, so it's, oh yeah, and then a fertilizer schedule. So I've only noted one thing down. I haven't really used a lot of fertilizer, but I'll probably add another entry because I usually add biotin at planting time. And that's it. So I don't know how many pages I should do. I'll try to do a couple more, but hopefully that gives you a good idea. And the more I'm doing this, the more things are popping in my head. So I actually really am enjoying this, which I'm kind of surprised. Oh yeah, and this is the front. I think this is in the first video. So I think maybe this would be something I might want to get printed and actually sell on my website. So yeah, so here we go. I'm excited for this. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.